Hi, I'm talking to you today about forgiveness, what it is, why it's important, and how we can move forward. First of all, let's start with what forgiveness is not. Um, Forgiveness for a lot of people, it's very difficult. It's a difficult process to go through to forgive someone. And part of the reason is because of the myths that people believe about forgiveness. First off, forgiveness does not validate or approve the other person's actions that have been traumatizing to you, that have been hurtful to you, that have pissed you off. It does not mean that you think that what they did now is okay just because you forgave them. Number two, it also does not mean that how you feel about what happened is no longer valid, it was inappropriate, or did not matter. And number three, it also does not mean that you have to remain in the same relationship with that person or that you have to be in relationship with that person at all. Sometimes it's really not healthy or smart to stay in relationship with someone, particularly if you have gone through abuse with that from that person, or if the relationship is still unhealthy and toxic. So let's be clear with that. I had someone once who told me that I did not forgive them because I did not continue in relationship with that person at the same level it was at that particular time. And what that person was really talking about was I had not reconciled to keep that relationship at that level. So understand there is a big difference between forgiveness and reconciliation. Reconciliation can be great for relationship when both parties can move forward in a healthy manner, but it is certainly not necessary for forgiveness. Forgiveness is a totally different thing. The other thing that I want to talk about is why is it important for us? When we forgive, we are set free. We are set free to live our very best lives. When we don't forgive, we are stuck and we are not able to move forward with our lives at the same high level of capacity as we would if we did not. I'll use myself again for an example. I had been stuck to even create videos because I, for the last several weeks now, have been working to forgive someone from my past that I felt caused me great trauma. When I was a little girl, I was 12 years old, I witnessed a 14-year-old boy get killed by a police officer. And this boy had special needs. And I remember as a 12-year-old girl being very hysterical, very upset, because this boy had been mistakenly said to have stolen something and had a gun. And this boy had not stolen anything. He had went to the store to purchase a candy bar, and I think it was a bag of chips or something like that, like I had done, like many of the kids in the neighborhood had done ever since we had lived in that neighborhood. And when I watched him get shot and killed and watched how he wanted his mom, and he was shot and killed on his front lawn, and his mother, who was in my eyes was an old lady at the time, wanted to come to her son and was not allowed by the police to come to him. And they stood there over him and watched him take his last breaths before they'd even call the ambulance. Needless to say, that was just appalling to me as a 12-year-old girl. It was scary for me. It pissed me off. I thought it was very unjust, and I was very, very angry about it. And at that time, I had to be taken away from the scene physically by my mother because I was absolutely hysterical. I didn't realize how much that I had not forgiven the police officers that had shot and killed this young man until recently, until it came up for me several weeks ago. And I had to work through that because I realized that I was stuck. I realized that became a sticking point for me. And in order for me to really work with people and to really facilitate the healing and the transformation that I want my clients to have, that I want everyone to have, whether you're my client or not, that I really had to address what was going on with me in this particular area where I was not forgiving. This unforgiveness had me so stuck that I hadn't produced video since prior to me having this realization. So forgiveness, it is certainly vastly important. It sets us free. It allows us to move forward and continue to live our best lives. Now, if you are struggling with forgiveness, please check out my meditation on forgiveness. And if you would like further coaching with forgiveness, contact me. I'm on Facebook at Dr. T.J. Dixon, and you can also contact me through private message there, and my website www.drtjdixon.com is coming soon. So take care, forgive, and may you live your best life.